Hello friends, welcome to Toy Cafe. I am your host, and this video is another one from my very good friend in the whole wide world, DarlingDolls. She has put together this gorgeous little dollhouse for us on this sandy, sunny beach. And we're going to have a look at how she did it, and I'm going to tell you what she's doing, how she's doing it, and why she is doing it. Well, maybe not why, but we'll see as we get through it together. So to start out with, we'll unbox this kit, and this is a fairly large kit, so the box that it comes in is also very large, lots of bags, and it comes with a dust cover as well. This is one of the biggest dust covers I've ever seen in any of these kits. Yeah, it's just enormous. Lots of instructions, lots of paper in this particular kit. Most kits have 2 or 3 sheets of paper. This one has 6 or 7. Quite a lot. Still has a music box. So we're going to start with the ground. Normally we start with the floor on a smaller kit, but this one is so big it has some outside in it. So we're going to start with the ground and get that going. Lots of little pieces to assemble together here because there are some slopes and things that need to be assembled. So lots of little ground pieces with that sandy sand color. This particular kit also includes a few other neat little additions. There are some lights, there are some dolls, and a boat even. Very nice. Now, DarlingDolls here is reinforcing some of these parts with little screws. Yeah, you can see there the hinges. She's reinforcing those with little screws. And those didn't come with the kit. You were meant to just glue the hinge on, but she added that herself just to make it a little stronger. She's also adding bits of cardboard behind the paper to make it a little stronger as well. It never hurts to reinforce things a little bit to make them last a little longer. And again, unfortunately, this little music box plays copyrighted music, which is just so annoying. Not that it plays copyrighted music, but that I can't share it with you. That's really unfortunate. But again, just imagine that pretty little tune off in your head, and that's even better. So back to the beach. We're adding some walls here to be the bases of our main building, our main hut, our bungalow, beach villa. No, I think more a hut, a beach hut. Few more pieces here that are going to be the ground as well, and one of those sloping pieces is now in place. Some extra little pieces to help support that slope, and the next bit here is really tricky and it comes out really well, I think. But you can see she's adding those parts on. Now she's adding a piece of cardboard there to form this diagonal slope, and we're cutting out a few more pieces of cardboard as well. And we're combining that with some twine, and the instructions on this were very specific. You had to untwist the twine as you wrapped it around those cones, combine it with some plastic plants, and you get a gorgeous little palm tree. Isn't that nice? Those came out really well. And there's that little boat I was telling you about, just a little rowboat, but it does have a lantern that lights up. Isn't that neat? And more little holes in the sand. I have to say, it's much easier to put holes in the sand here than it is in the real beach. You just got to keep digging and digging, you'll never get through the other side. But here, just a quick little snip. Now this is the tricky part. You have to glue down the base while the wire is going through it, and then you have to glue down the paper on top of the base while the wire for the light in the palm tree is still going through it. It's very tricky. It's a 3-step process, as you can see there, but DarlingDolls does a wonderful job of it, and look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful sandy beach, nice slope, just looks fantastic. She does such a good job on her kits. That's why I asked her if I could commentate over some of them, just because she does such a wonderful job. Everything looks so neat and tidy, but I don't know, she captures a little bit of magic in there as well. I really enjoy watching her do her thing. For those of you who are interested in watching the video without commentary, there is a link down there at the description box that'll let you know where to go to watch that, just in case you don't like my particular edition, but if you do, let's keep going. Ah, look at this. Now this is fantastic. Here in this kit, they have these bevel pieces to make a roof. And these were cut incredibly well. A lot of times you'll get a kit that has bevel pieces that they're just not the right angle or just not the right size, and it's a huge headache to put them together. But here they cut them just perfectly and it went together so nicely. It was really fantastic, and I really appreciate when the companies put extra work into their kits to make sure all of that works out nicely. So now DarlingDolls is putting together some deck chairs. These are very fancy. They have laser cut sides, so you have some very thin and fragile pieces of wood, but when they're all together they look really nice. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that nice? And the little cushions, of course. I've never sat on a deck chair with a cushion. I guess I don't go to a fancy enough beach for that. But they look fantastic. This whole kit is really nice, but lots of the little touches that DarlingDolls puts in here really makes it pop. So now we're back to those holes we made in the sand, and DarlingDolls is adding some posts, and she's going to keep adding onto that to build a nice little dock out into the water where we can launch our boat or get in and out of it easier. To launch it, we have to do that on the beach. And look at that, there's even a little hut out there where you can get down into the water, go swimming, come out and dry off. You don't have to go back into the land right away, just spend your time out there. This is a really nice little spot to spend the summer, I think. Spend the summer holidays or your summer vacation. Yeah. Get those little steps in there. They just fit perfectly. And now DarlingDolls is working with some string. She's going to make a railing for the little bridge or dock. And the way she does this is just really clever. It is how the instructions tell you to do it that come with the kit. But again, everything she does, she just does so well. Look at that knot tying. I struggle so much when it comes to tying little tiny knots in string. Yeah, it's really difficult to do, to get a nice little knot. She makes it look so effortless. A little bit of evening up of the rope there, and it looks fantastic. Now she's adding some rocks. These came with the kit as well, this little tiny gravel and a little bit of glue and a little bit of padding, and you can get those rocks to stay there. Sometimes you may want to use a thinned out white glue and apply that on top of the rocks after they're in place. And that'll help keep them there even better than just gluing one side of them and then smushing them into the glue. It all depends on how secure you want them to be. Here they're pretty secure, but you can get it so that they never move at all, ever. So it all depends on what you're going to do with your kit once it's done. So now we're assembling the main part of the hut, and these are all laser cut pieces that fit into each other. These windows fit very nicely. Sometimes when you get a kit that doesn't fit so nicely, you'll have to sand these pieces so that they'll fit inside one another, and it's not a big deal, but it's just some extra work you have to do, and you have to be really careful because the pieces are so delicate. But here most of them fit really nice. I believe some of these were a little bit undersized, this big picture window doorway thing, but a little bit of lace covers that all up. Like I say, add some lace and you won't see anything. Some tie backs to make it look like proper little curtains, a little runner across the top, and what a beautiful little doorway. Isn't that nice? This looks like something I'd like to have in my house. Some shutters there. Those are those old style window shutters. Yeah, you don't really see those on houses anymore. A few more sheets, and we have floors. And now she's putting together more lounge chairs. Now these are more what I think of as a lounge chair as opposed to a deck chair, because lounge chairs usually don't fold up, but deck chairs do. That's just my own personal opinion. But yeah, now we're getting a bed as well. There's a whole summer cottage here right on the beach. Wouldn't that be fantastic to spend your vacation there? Getting that gorgeous little bed put together, a little bit of gold added on just for accent. Lovely little pillows. Look how plump and soft they look. Yeah, I want to jump on this bed for sure. And we have some more of those curvy legs. This time they're doing it with a proper little skirt, so you have lots of room to glue onto, so you don't need to switch to the hot melt glue. A few more pieces, a mirror, and it's a beautiful little vanity. Some more foam. This is going to be another padded headrest, I think, or maybe the back of a couch. Yeah, it's for a couch. Fit that together. Sometimes the way the kits go together is really clever. They make cute little couches just out of a few pieces of wood and some foam. Other times you kind of wonder what they were thinking, but this is a really well put together kit. A little bit of railing there. Don't want to fall down the stairs. Nice cap on the top of the railing. It's the little details that really finish these rooms off and make them look not just complete, but like they're real. Like you could walk right into them and sit down and read a book. A nice cupboard there. The back is open so you can put all the items in, and on the front they have doors with some screen. I thought that was really clever. A nice way to put all the items in but still make it look fantastic. That was actually a spiral staircase. Yeah, it looks better once it's fully installed, but yeah, I thought that was neat too. So now we're installing the lower floor now that the building has been attached to the base. There's our chair, there's the spiral staircase. Doesn't that look cool? Yeah, this is a real cool little cottage. Get the front room going there. It begs the question, where's the bathroom at? But this is a fantasy, so we won't worry about that. Now look at this. A few steps. Those pieces just popping in there. Now some of these details, DarlingDolls wanted to get a little creative, so she's just popping the pieces in there without showing her putting them down. But yeah. Pop! There we go. And there are the little dolls enjoying their vacation. Somewhere's warm and sandy and just beautiful. This would be a wonderful summer holiday. I could just imagine being there, and the sound of the waves rolling in and the salt breeze, the warm sun on your face. Go swimming in the afternoon and sailing in the mornings. That'd be a wonderful place to be and a wonderful thing to do. Isn't that wonderful? And here it is all lit up as well. Yeah, like if you like. DarlingDolls decided to include some of those things in there. She thinks I need to add more into my videos. Yeah. You can see all the lights there. Doesn't that look cozy and warm? Yeah, maybe cozy and cool. I don't know. Still, this is definitely someplace I would like to travel. So I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell. And I want to say thank you for watching, and thank you for coming by. Bye-bye.